welcome to Drama, for it is Friday. It is Friday. The week comes to a close. Many people here in the UK have returned to that thing they call schooling. Returned to their schooling. Yeah? Returned to their schooling, so they appreciate a little bit of joy on a Friday afternoon. And you might wonder, why is my chat so insanely pink? For one good reason. It's ladies' night! Oh, it's ladies' night! The lady stories have been building up for a little while. Haven't they? Haven't they? The lady stories have been building up for a little while. I'll get the odd lady story. Some of it's quite nice as such, you know, in comparison, where a guy's story is about machine guns and rocket launchers, a lady story is about a walk through a leafy glade, which always culminates in the same conclusion of ridiculousness. Ridiculousness going on in this MMO world. If you want to send a story to me, you just send it to drama@preachgaming.com. That's all you have to do. But tonight is for the ladies, for the ladies. I have 2 rather larger stories and 3 backups should we have time, which we probably won't because these are interesting stories. We're going to kick off with one big story. My journey from the new guild to the white supremacist guild. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, can you label yourself as a white supremacist guild in WoW? I think not. I think they do it secretly. That's what I think goes on. I think they do it secretly. There's 15 names to remember for this story. It's going to get heavy. On me. Alright? So feel for me. Feel for me. Feel bad for me because it's going to happen. I need a male GM. A male GM. And a female rogue. Oh my god. That's terrifying. A female rogue. I need a male prot warrior. A female rogue, you know you got screwed. A female resto druid. Why no priest though? What? We need a male moonkin. Male moonkin. Okay. We need... I'm not going to pick yet. We need a male feral druid. We need a male prot paladin. We need a male warlock. Blood elf warlock. Sure. Sure. We'll be a blood elf warlock. Male enhancement shaman. I've got a name in mind for that. I'm not even going to announce where these guys end up. Some of you might end up as white supremacists. You take that with a pinch of salt when you ask for that. We need another male rogue. We need a lady resto shaman. We need a lady holy paladin. All the girls in this are stories. All the girls in this are healers. Every single one of them. And not one of them appears to be playing a priest. What's going on? Another female resto druid. A male guardian druid, of course. The big bear. The big bear's got to be a guy. A male resto shaman. This is gonna... And that's it. That's it. That's it. Right. That's it. Okay. Okay. Whew. That's everybody. Let's just let's do this quick. Let's put some names in here. Right. Josh. That's Josh Toxin. You're in. Josh is in. We'll have Badlander. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. There's too many characters. I'd love to put lady names to it. Symphonis. Put you in. Symphonis is in. Let's have Crowstone. Rocking. Crowstone's in. Let's have Bullmonk. It's bound to be a girl, isn't it? Bullmonk's in. It's got to be a lady. Bullmonk. Let's hope you're Ciara. Let's hope you're not the butchy lady of the story. I don't know how the description will play out. Gidy monster. I'm just going to go with Gidy, but it is you. Gidy. Let's have Dot Slash in. We'll call you Dot, though. Right. Hendrix Jimmy. Oh, I'd love to have that. All right, we'll have Viper. Subtle Viper. I'm just going to put you as Viper. Viper. It's probably a lady as well. Okay. Cruellis. Yeah. Cruellis in. Akona or Akuna. Akuna. Wallablaze. Wallablaze. In. Do. Okay. Whelpman. God, so many. Voisey. And last but not least. Ulset. Ulset will do. And that is it. that is it. All said and done. We are done and dusted. Woo! Oh my god. Done, done, done. Too many names to keep track of. You challenged me, sirs. It's for the ladies. It's worth the effort. Right. At some point, we're ending up in a white supremacist guild. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Holy crap. Here we go. Are you ready? Are we ready? Let's take a drink, 'cause this is going to be good. I bought WoW during the BC, when Black Temple had just been released. Out of all the possibilities on the character creation stream, I chose an undead warlock. Saying nothing. Saying nothing. That's the way you're going to end out. I had no one to play with. Aww. My real life friends didn't game and told me that WoW was for freaky mouth breathers. So not true. We were stereotypical, shallow, dumb girls. That's alright at that age, right? As youngsters. I always went with the group, but this time I rebelled. I liked my stupid cartoon game. And I liked my ugly warlock. This sort of interactive cartoon... Stop saying it's an interactive cartoon. You're upsetting me. You're upsetting me and the audience by saying WoW's an interactive cartoon. That's not the case. Okay, let's pack that in right now. Let's just put that to bed. This sort of interactive cartoon was unlike anything I'd done before. However, for a few levels, I did not understand that I could do things like cast spells. I didn't even auto-attack. I would just click the attack button over and over and watch my rotting corpse stab other rotting corpse and spiders with her dagger. A female undead warlock. Right. Right. Thus, I meleeed my way to Brill. Meleeed that dagger, though, doing work. I meleeed my way to Brill. Brill was difficult to find since I did not know there was a map. Such things. I'm stabbing it with my dagger. This interactive cartoon. There's a map, apparently. I don't know what's going on up in this bitch. It's like I'm watching fucking the Blair Witch Project. Just what is happening? And why is it happening? This film sucks. What do you... It's not scary. I don't get it. I didn't read instructions or quests. YOLO swag. And even after I figured out spells and warlock trainers, I died a lot in the Tirisfal Glades. I found my first guild, though. Or rather, my first guild found me when I went to the Undercity. I didn't know about elevators. Another undead character had asked if I wanted to explore with her. She was probably new too. And we ran around the Lordaeron ruins looking to find other people. Hey. How do you get inside? Don't know. No idea. I can imagine. Do you think that was a thing in the Undercity for people who just couldn't work it out? That there was just people running around. Has this happened to any of you guys? Did you just run around the Undercity on your first time logging in? Just wondering what the hell was going on? Just lost? Like elevators? What? What? Two blood elves ran right past me. And I followed them to the elevators. They noticed me, saw that I had no guild, and asked if I would like to join theirs. Gonna be a good guild. That's it. That's it. Gonna be a good guild. Yeah, it totally happened. It happened, but no way, really? Holy fuck. I'm so lost. What is this place? It's supposed to be a city. I don't understand. This is great. I can't believe so many of you got lost there. That's funny. I didn't know why their words were pink. They took it to the pink, and mine were white. So I asked, why are your words pink, mine are white? Is this a race thing? And they explained many new things to me. They were also noobs, but to me, they sounded like the fonts of knowledge. They were a husband-wife duo. Fuck me. Lost. Situation recap. We're lost outside the Undercity. On noobs. Invited to a guild. Run by a husband-wife duo. It's our first day of playing World of Warcraft. It's our first day. And this is our situation. This is how we found ourselves, right? This is where this is our start. This is our start. This is where we're coming from. The guild had about 20 people. All lobies. And most of them were blelfs. I think I was the only undead. Why were they? Oh yeah, of course. They do go to the city, don't they? My new guild members were friendly and helpful. Social. They had bank access. They took me to dungeons, even though I mostly stood around panicking or face pulling. They helped me with the most basic of quests. And as we leveled together, they helped me do those wonderful warlock quests. If I had to do a quest by myself, I let my Voidwalker tank it while I slowly wandered the mob to death. I pretty much did this until Cap. My. Such an enjoyable experience, right? This game is the best. This game's so good. After most of us eventually reached 70, we decided to start raiding. Of course you did. Let's do it. Let's go raiding. We're capped, right? Why not? We all knew of this place called Karazhan. And we're eager to get some purples. We died all the time. They gave up raiding as it was too hard and went back to dungeons. Karazhan, the guild killer. Karazhan defeated. I really wanted perps, so I could stand around Ogrimmar like the cool people. I really wanted perps, so I left the guild. My second guild, Chapter Entitlement, the Hobo Serial Killer. Okay, here we go. I don't remember how I found a new guild. It was probably trade chat, since I still didn't know about forums. I didn't know the good way of finding guilds, like the forums, so it was probably trade chat. It was a casual raiding guild. The GM was a blood elf mage named Josh. Josh seemed friendly, so I quit my first guild and joined this one. When he said casual, what he must have meant was really casual. Because while they were raiding Karazhan 3 times a week, they couldn't clear it. I was still impressed, however, because I didn't know any better and got to his amazing Karazhan gear. Most of this guild are also blood elves. It's such a noob collection of guilds. If you've just started in the fucking Burning Crusade and all the members of your guild are blood elves, leave immediately. My god, that is a fucking nightmare. Everyone's a re-rolled fucking blood elf. Most of this guild were also blood elves. I wanted to make one too, but the thought of leveling another character made me want to throw up. There was an officer named Badlander who was a blood elf rogue. Badlander was the most outgoing of the officers, always saying hello and doing smileys or tongue out or winky face. Such a girl story. This person's really outgoing. What do you look for in a person? Oh, outgoing? I don't just want to see like just the bracket, you know, smiley. I want a smiley with the equals sign. And I also want like the and sometimes I just need a winky face, you know? I just need a winky face. And that means they're an outgoing kind of person, and that's alright with me. Wink! I need that in my life. She was my first online best friend. I was fighting with my real life best friend at the time, that bitch. So I virtually cried. I could just see that's supposed to be in brackets. It doesn't say that. Oh, like, lovely, for the ladies. So I virtually cried. I virtually cried on Badlander's shoulder as we whispered to each other every day about 14-year-old girl issues. That bitch. I started spending more and more time with Badlander than with real-life people. She was a better listener than my real-life friends. I sat on the bench while they raided Kara every week, waiting for my turn. If a DPS didn't show up or had to leave early. They introduced me to Ventrilo. I listened to their raid chatter and waited for Badlander's name to light up so I could hear her voice. But it never did. She told me she didn't have a mic. Is that true, Badlander? Is it true that you're a 14-year-old girl with no microphone, Badlander? Strikes me, Badlander, that one thing a 14-year-old girl would like to do is natter. Because I have met a 14-year-old girl in my time. They're not good at being quiet. Are they, Badlander? No, they're not. Badlander asked where I lived. I told her my city, and she said she lived nearby. I was ecstatic and asked what school she went to. She shopped at my mall, if she went to the beach. She named a school I didn't recognise, but answered positively to the next 2 questions. My 15th birthday arrived. I always come home from school at around 3, and my parents stay at work until 6 or 7. Whoa! The doorbell rang just past 3. My front door is glass. When I looked out, it was a man in his 30s, dressed like a hobo. He looked like a serial killer. I called the dog. I love that. Hound! Bed dog, come to me. I called the dog and said, what do you want through the intercom? Intercom? Rich! Rich as shit. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Bad touch. Bad touch. I like it. 30-year-old man is dressed like a serial killer. I called the bed and asked, what do you want? I have a dog. I have a dog. He said, happy birthday. I said, my dog's trained and the house alarm will alert the cops if you try to break in. Come here now quickly. Daddy's telling a story about a serial killer. I said, my dog's trained and the house alarm will alert the cops who try and break in. He said, it's Felina and I've come to give you a present. Shocked silence on my end. No, really? Then I asked, how did you find me? How? The officer had my cell phone and home number. I was very creeped out and told him to leave me alone. And we were no longer friends. Don't go stalking 14-year-old girls on birthday. Doing it right, doing it right. He walked away from the door. I ran to my room and I G-quit. That's what you get, son. Don't stop. He's laughing his head off.
He's got the best smiles today.
He has got the best smiles. ERP baby. When I logged on again the next day, at a time when I knew that Badlander was never on, I had a lot of in-game mail. One was from Josh. He wanted to know what I had done that had upset Badlander so much. He told me I should apologise. Badlander will not raid anymore, and he is our best DPS. You see what you can get away with? This is why you should watch my guides. Look what you can get away with if you're really good DPS. Are you kidding me? Look at the evidence. If you're the best DPS, no end of shit you can get away with. It applies to real life. You're a salesperson and you're really good, you can get away with anything. You get away with anything and people will defend you, right? They're serious, for serious, right? If you're one of those guys, apparently, who wants to go knocking on fucking 15-year-old girls' doors, you need to be good at DPS, and you'll be fine. Alright, that's all I'm saying. Evidence and proof is right there. The other letters were all from Badlander. Blocks of text. I didn't read them. The next day when I logged on again, there were more letters from Badlander. I deleted my Warlock and quit WoW. Aww! He's like Jerry said, he may be a pedophile, but his DPS is amazing. Right, guys? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, for serious, right? For serious. Crazy. You quit WoW, though? You pussy. Pussy! Came back. I returned to WoW shortly after Wrath of the Lich King was released. I made an undead Shadow Priest. Thank God. Whew. Thank God. Yeah, Bob, so you can't put him in jail. He's our best DPS. We have a raid tonight. Can't you go in over the weekend? It's time to play a priest. I made a priest on another server and found another guild via trade chat. Good shit. By this time I discovered online resources and actually worked hard to improve my play. The guild I now found myself in was doing Nax Ramus 10 and not clearing it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Nax 10 and not clearing it. I did a lot of pugs as Shadow. The guild master said I could join their raid if I re-rolled to a healer. Sure, you can join our guild. Heal. Heal. A healer spot had opened up when their holy priest had rage quit. Oh, the last guy rage quit? I definitely want to join. Absolutely. I can't wait to join. Yeah, I'll re-roll and play something I don't want to do. That sounds brilliant. Brilliant. So good. I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do it. A husband and wife duo was in the core raid scene. Oh. Another trade chat husband and wife core duo. Nice. A Torah Brot warrior who went by the name of Symphonis. And a resto druid named Crowstone. They were also both officers. Yep. There was another healer, I think. A shaman. Crowstone, the lady, would whisper instructions to us before the fights. I found out why the Holy Priest had rage quit and why they were not progressing. Crowstone preferred to win healing meters over winning the fight. She had a lovely voice on vent and a honey-sweet personality. Ooh. Ooh, honey-sweet. Honey-sweet. Except to the healers. Everyone but me and the other healer adored her. I desperately wanted to kill more bosses as a guild, but I knew that the guild would instantly turn on me if I criticised Crowstone, so I said nothing. Beaten and bullied because of her delicious voice. Oh, girls. Girls, what are you doing? On a raid night while we were on break, I got a strange whisper from Crowstone. I was about to G-quit this guild too until I read it more carefully and decided it wasn't meant for me. I did not have a penis, confirmed, that she could perform lewd acts upon. Oh no! This can't be for me, for I do not have a penis that she could suck. Ooh, mistel. How do you get out of that mistel? I really want to suck your cock. Oops. Oops, mistel. It was a simple mistel meant for her husband. Oh! Ew! In the middle of a raid? Outrageous. Outrageous. It was a simple mistel meant for her husband. In a raid. And I should ignore it to spare them both embarrassment. The problem was, her husband wasn't online. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! The problem was, Mrs. Crowstone, I see through your game. Your husband's not online. Can't mistell somebody who isn't online. You know what I mean? He sometimes had to take business trips. And on those nights, the guild master brings in his alt tank. So who is this message meant for? I had a guess. There was another raider, a Tauren Moonkin, with a particularly feathery ass. He was named Bullmonk. Oh, Bullmonk! What a perfect name. Bullmonk had spent a lot of time together with Crowstone while her husband was offline during the day, leveling alts and doing dungeons together. Why is that the limit of, like... Right, serious, for real talk, okay? Real talk. Why is the pinnacle of online flirting either filthy ERP or doing 5-man dungeons? I've done many 5-man dungeons and not once did I get an erection. Not even once. They didn't feel that... I did not feel any erotic charge in a 5-man ever. Not once. And it's not a place I'd like to take a date. If I was, if I was dating someone, it's not the kind of place I'd like to take a lady, There's perfectly better places. Those two did seem to get along real well. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Symphonis and I did battlegrounds and arenas together. Oh, did you now? He didn't talk much, but he was a good teacher at PvP, like a father figure. I eventually asked how well he knew the Bullmonk. Hey, Bullmonk? How well do you know him? It turned out that the three Taurens knew each other IRL. Bullmonk was a neighbour. Bullmonk. No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Crowstone. Don't shit on your own doorstep. Is all I'm going to say, right? Never take a shit on your own doorstep. That's all I'm going to say. Keep it clean, yeah? Keep it clean. Doorstep, nice and clean. No local. Sometime later, I logged on before a raid and a 14-year-old told me... Look at you now, you're 15. Oh, what are you, 14? Pfft, immature. I logged on before a raid and a 14-year-old told me that the raid is off. And I should check the guild website before the GM deletes everything. Apparently, it had happened. It had happened. Symphonis and Crowstone had broken up. Bullmonk then posted the naked pics of Crowstone. Crowstone got the double beef from the Taurens. She got the whole package of beef. Oh no! Husband, wife broke up. And then the infiltrator posted the nuts, did the fucking fappening, and it turned out she was a cow IRL too. Why'd every girl puts that in there? She was fat too. Crowstone was... whoa. You think the double beef? You think the double beef was enough? Friends, Crowstone then fought back by posting all of his naked pictures. Ah! There are no good naked guy pictures. It just doesn't exist. Nobody wants to see a naked guy. Not even women. Nobody wants to see it. Ah, God. Rotten. Naked guy and naked women pics of old ladies. Double the beef, triple your fun. All good time. Damn you, iCloud! Strikes again. Strikes again. Symphonis came online, apologised to the guild for the drama, and logged off forever. What else do you say? You log in, you've just dropped a triple beef. It's a Wellington. Let's be fair now. You've just dropped the Wellington on the guild, and all you can say is, I'm sorry. And just log out. Just call it there. You say, you know why? I don't need to go into detail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It happened. Let's get over it. It's done. Moving on then to yet another guild. I hope this one's from Trade Chat too. Let's do it. True love? Question mark. I went to another server and decided to level a Blood Elf Discipline Priest and a Troll Hunter at the same time. In Dragonblight, I happened upon a Tauren Feral Druid who was struggling with a quest. His name was Ciara. We did more quests together. He seemed like I'd once been. Carefree, unjaded. Oh, like you're Mad Max now? What the fuck? And it's still a little green in the game, have you? Not really seen the things I've seen. I've seen some things in this game, man. I've seen a triple beef. I've had serial killers at the door. You don't know. You're wandering around Dragonblight, can't complete your little quest, huh? You pussy. You haven't seen what I've seen. You're like that chick, fucking... Fuck, man. From Game of Thrones, who's in Judge Dredd. You're like Cersei. You're like fucking Cersei in Judge Dredd with a scar all up in this bitch. You skinning motherfuckers. It's all going on, man. It's all fucking going on. Carefree and unjaded, hopping around in blissful ignorance of the human depravity that was surrounding him. Wow. Wow. She's been through some shit now, man. She's crawled through the mud. I asked how long have you been playing? How long have you been playing? Stuck on a quest here. It was his first character. What a fucking amateur. He and his friends had made a guild together or some fucking shit. I don't know. Heard it all before. And none of them had hit level cap yet. I joined the guild. Sure, why not? We had enough people to do a dungeon together. So that's 5. I'll join your guild. Yeah, whatever. How many people in the guild? 5. We can do a dungeon or some shit. I don't know. Probably get fucking raped on the way in. But that's just World of Warcraft for you. These are the mean streets. The mean streets of World of Warcraft, son. You better get yourself ready. The Blood Elf Prop Pally who tanked our group. The Blood Elf Pally who tanked our group. Who's this guy? Who's coming in? Is Giddy. Giddy. There was a shy Blood Elf Mage and a sarcastic Blood Elf Warlock who went by the name of Dot. I healed on my priest. They were college friends who all shared a house. None of them logged on much for very long, but we did together. But what we did together was do a dungeon every now and again. Most of them were not expert players like me. But we had fun, suppose, and it reminded me of my first guild, yeah, back in the days. Most of them were shit, except for the Warlock. Is the Warlock called Dot? Wow, what luck. What luck. Total fucking randomness. Giddy told me that Dot was only an alt. The guy who played it had a main in a good raiding guild on another server. Dot was not as friendly as the others, because he's JD too, been through the shit, right? Been in the raid wars of 2007. And Dot seemed to view my presence unfavourably. I do not care for you, sir. I do not care for you. I didn't care much about him either. I don't care about you. Oh yeah, well I don't care about you either. So I guess we're at a stalemate, a lack of care, right? Neither of us are interested in each other. Just saying. He played here less than the others, though he and I both leveled faster as well. He stopped logging on as much as once he capped. When we all hit 80, I decided we were going to raid Naxxramas. We're doing it, guys. I've done most of Naxxramas 10 in a different guild, so I'm kind of the bee's knees on experience. Dot had stopped showing up totally by this time. By the time his friends had hit 82. Oh god, he's one of those! Yeah, I'll level with you. I'm in a raid guild and stuff. Sure, we'll make new fresh characters together on a new server. It'll be a blast. Bye. I typed up simplified raid strats, included pictures, and posted it to our new guild website. Raid night came. I found a bunch of people in trade who wanted to do Nax. I don't remember if we used vent or voice chatting. Wow. Has anybody used the in-game voice chat? That must be horrific. That's got to be like Xbox times Xbox. That's got to be awful. That's got to be like Call of Duty times Titanfall. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Good lord. But Giddy whispered that my voice was cute. Oh, Giddy making a move. Making a fucking move. Day one. Day one. Mr. Giddy's in there. Let's get on there. Hey, you have a cute voice. He didn't have a mic. Oh, no. 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 It's being upgraded in what? Good lord. Oh, man. Count the minutes. Count the minutes. Giddy didn't have a mic. I had a brief, horrible flashback to the serial killer rogue, but then remembered that Giddy was not pretending to be a girl. Can't be a serial killer, not pretending to be a girl. Right? If any of you still... if any of you are confused when you're like trying to work out if someone is a serial killer or not, are they pretending to be a girl? Tick box. It's like a flow chart. Is person pretending to be a girl? Yes, no. No, not a serial killer. Easy. Easy! If only we taught this in school. The raid went pretty well, in my opinion. In my opinion. Ciara was called a bunch of names by the pugs because he was nervous and messed up mechanics. But it was all settled when I had him sit aside for some boss fight. Ciara got called bullshit and got called a load of shit by random pugs because he fucked up. But surprisingly, it calmed down when I had him leave the raid. If you're ever worried about that, if you're ever worried about it, just leave the raid. And now the name calling stops, which is pretty good. Giddy and I became friends. We didn't spend a disgusting amount of time together, but he seemed to play the most of all his friends. He was kind and mature, and I felt flutters in my chest when I saw him logging in. Ah, flutters. Flutters. Then one day, Dot logged in. All he said was, he logged in, immediately whispered, and all he said was, "You do know that Giddy is a girl, right?" I was silent long enough to know that he had got his answer, and he logged off. I waited and waited until Giddy came on. I told him that his friends said that he was a girl. Is it true? He told me that he really liked me, and he self-identified as male, and that Dot shouldn't have said anything. Transgender! We have got it all on this show. Then he logged off! And none of these people logged on again. I never got a chance to tell him that I don't mind what he self-identified as. But now I had to find another girl. Ah! It could have been so much more. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. Got a new guild. Got a new guild. It was between casual and hardcore raiding. About the 5th on the server. They were organised, logged their raids, and had actual loot rules beyond /roll. Kind of a big deal, right? They knew I was a lady because I had to prove that I had a mic. But otherwise, I kept my mouth shut and gave out very few personal details. He's so jaded now. I love, like, it's I don't love it, but... it's interesting to see how beaten you've been by, like, just encountering these crazy encounters to the point where you, like, give away nothing. No information. Yes, I'm a girl. How old are you? It doesn't fucking matter. Where do you live? Shut up. It doesn't matter. You fucking listening to me? It doesn't fucking matter where I live. It doesn't matter how old I am. I fucking have boobs. Deal with it. Leave me alone. And that, my friends, is what's happened to this girl. That's what's happened to this girl through the old World of Warcraft. The old World of Warcraft. We cleared Ulduar and worked ICC at a reasonable pace. Right? One of the officers was an orc shaman who went by the name of Viper. He was a competent raid leader. We became friends, PvPing together. It was great until I relaxed and started to trust him. She opened the doors! It was great until I let him in. This is not doing well for the girls. Is it at all? It was fine until I let him in. I opened my heart again. I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. I let in the Viper. The Viper slithered on in. Almost everyone had posted a picture of themselves on the guild website picture thread, which only exists to get the pictures of the girls. Abso-friggin-lutely. I've been in one guild, one in my history of WoW, where the picture thread wasn't to see if the girls would post a picture. I always cave into peer pressure. So I posted a tiny, tiny picture of myself too. Like a thumbnail. Here's mine. It's like a thumbnail. Tiny little picture. The picture showed me in an oversized blue hoodie with messy hair and sunglasses. It's a tiny picture. She looks like a fucking marshmallow man. All big blue hoodie and like a fucking mask on and all kinds of shit. Also, and all the guys went, yeah, that's the shit right there. Oh, fat style, baby. I'm actually talking to this oversized lump of person. The effort goes to hide your face. My God. Yeah, we have enhancement. We can enhance. Control plus. Control plus. I've beat you at your own game. So sad. Viper got weird after that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What kind of guy is looking at a picture that's a 48 by 48 pixel of a smurf, essentially? It's a smurf. And going, nice. Now, you're on the internet. You're on the internet. You can find whatever you want. He was either a very... Suddenly, Viper was either very nice to me or very angry at me. He'd get angry, apologise, be very nice, then get angry again. He got angry if I did things with other guildies without him. He got angry if I emoticoned other guildies. Is that a fucking... Is that... Was that a motherfucking smiley face? Was that a fucking smiley face? What was that? Did you just do... Was that a winky face? Was that a... Did you just give him a winky face? Motherfucker! God damn! In front of me as well. A fucking winky face in front of me? Fucking bitch, man. I grew tired of this and decided to use this feeder guild to get me to the promised land. The 6th guild. Guild number 6. The smiley faces. Don't do it, girls. I was hood. To be fair, if I get an email from a girl, when I was an office bound kind of person and it had kisses on it, I didn't like it. I've got to be honest, I was like, that's really weird. You shouldn't be putting kisses on business emails. I'm just saying. It's really weird. The 6th guild. I was hood, but the best guild on the server were allies. So I decided I might as well apply to that one as well. The Horde Guild rejected... Oh, okay. So she applied to an alliance on the Horde Guild. The Horde Guild rejected my application. They were full on healers. They collapsed shortly thereafter due to internal drama. The Alliance Guild received my application more carefully and accepted me. I immediately faction changed and became a gnome priest. Respect. Fucking respect. Viper was not pleased and would not leave me alone. He went on to his Alliance ult and I had to put him on ignore. Poor Viper. Now he doesn't even know if you're doing winky faces, right? It's in his head. He's lying there at night in a fucking sweat between the sheets because all he can picture in his mind is you doing like the greatest, most juicy, beautiful emoticons with other people. Nobody in the world is having better emoticon conversation than you and some of these Alliance guys in his mind. Yeah? The imagination. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. This guild had cleared 25 on ICC and was working on heroic. It was a completely different atmosphere from all the other guilds I'd been in. They played hard. Slackers were immediately noticed, called out, and nobody held my hand through anything. It was grueling and painful and exhilarating at the same time. Oh yeah! It was grueling, painful, and exhilarating at the same time. I hated how mean the officers were, but also loved that they pushed so I could perform up to their impossible expectations. I was there for server first 25 heroic Lich King kill. And I was there for every first kill afterwards, all the way to the Firelands. Shit got serious! Shit got serious! Ain't no fucking girl special treatment here. This is raid time. Welcome to the raid. This is it. Welcome to the big time, kid. Welcome to the big time. We started work on Heroic Firelance. The guild master and raid leader had a nervous breakdown and quit the game. As you do, Firelance is a very stressful experience. Apparently. I personally loved the Firelance. I thought it was very enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable, to be honest. A new GM was appointed, but he was only a figurehead. Oh, who's working behind the scenes? The new raid leader had all the power here. He was a night elf rogue. Who's the man called Cruellis? He's the man in charge. He would not have been my first choice, but I was not an officer, so I didn't get to vote. We worked steadily through the Heroic Firelands at a slower pace than we should have, because Cruellis did not like creativity and was very sensitive to people who dared to question his strategies, even if we had to keep on wiping. We shall not change a thing. I have decided. One of those people who often proposed changes to his strategies was a Draenei Resto shaman named Akuna, who was also the healing leader. At the same time, Cruellis and a holy paladin named Wallerblaze developed an online relationship. He's got Firelands going on, and Wallerblaze is deciding to get in his fucking pants. Unbelievable, Wallerblaze. Give the man some space. Wallerblaze had been in a feud with Akuna since Akuna pointed out that Waller had not been healing both tanks. You're not healing both the tanks. You're a holy paladin. And the Firelands is just saying, it's nice if you do that. Only one of them threw beacon and raid heals. Now that Waller had Cruellis firmly wrapped around her little finger, Akuna was viciously bullied by their clique until she left the guild. You're not holy paladin. You're not holy paladin. You're not doing it right. Do you know it's a holy paladin? Now the healing leader was gone though. Cruellis overrode the healing assignments and made his own healing assignments. I love it. I love it. Have you had raid leaders out there? And it'd be like raid leaders who've raided like appropriate sort of raiding progression. Have you ever tried to ask your healing team to do something different? It's just like talking to healers are like the stoner teachers at school. That's how I picture the healing team. The healing team in most guilds, especially the 25-mans, where there's like, you know, 7 or 8 of them or something like that. The healing team is like the art class teachers, right? Who disappear at dinner time. And they go and then there's that weird smell that comes out of their office and they're all stoned. And they have their own system of doing things. And no matter what you say as a raid leader sometimes, you go like, guys, what's going on with the healing? They're all like, nah, I don't know what's going on. It's fine. Is there any input I can give you? No, it's fine. It's fine. And you try to propose things to healing teams and they're like, no, whatever. They just don't fucking do it, man. You can't communicate with the healers. They're just in their own world. They know what they're doing. They don't give a fuck. They know what they're doing and they're like, trust us. We know what we're doing. Just shut the fuck up and get on with it. We're sorted. We're fine. We're fine. I love the healing teams. They're always so good. They're always the best. So now, Mr. Cruellis knows better than the healers. Knows better than the healers. I quit the guild and the game. Oh, okay. Now the healing, yeah, they all work to undermine the healers that could put out higher numbers. I quit the guild and the game. Again, when I checked later, they never got Heroic Ragnaros down before the expansions. Another guild. The final guild of our story. I came back to WoW a year after MOP was released. God, it's been that long. My God. That long. That long. I leveled a feral druid. While leveling, I made a friend and joined her main's guild. Her main was a well-geared resto druid who went by Whelpman. Oh, Whelp. We'll go with Whelp for a lady. I haven't been there 2 weeks before there was drama. She and her husband were core raiders. Of course they were. Oh, God. Oh, my God. The third time. She and her husband were core raiders, but the raid leader wanted to bench her for bad performance. Risky. Risky fucking moves. Risky. I want to bench your wife. That came out wrong, didn't it? That came out wrong. That came out wrong. I'm going to bench your wife. When she appealed to her husband, the main tank. Oh, God, so risky. He supported the raid leader's decision. Yes! It's true, honey. Honey, you're shit. I'm sorry to say, you're really shit at the game. It's I'm sorry, you are. You're really bad. I'm sorry. She quit in a fury. And I left with her since she was the only person I knew in that guild. I'm out of it. She's so jaded. Husband, wife. Oh, no. All right, I'll give it. Oh, God. I'm out of it. No. I'm out of it. I'm out. I'm gone. I've fucking had enough. I've had enough. I know where this story's going. Well, found a smaller raiding guild that would take us in. Her as a raider and me as a casual member. She then quit the game after they told her that she would have to be in group 2. Yeah! I'm a raider. May I join your guild? Of course! Of course, of course. You can join? Of course, of course. Team 2. I'm out. I'm fucking out. I've had enough. I'm so done. And then they then told me that I could join Team 2 if I went resto. You can have Team 2, I suppose, if you want. They need a healer for our alts. Yeah, our alt group needs healers. It's all good. It's all fucking good. The guild leader, a guardian druid called Voisey, informed me that Group 2 was allowed to raid 2 hours a week and may not raid past that. Every now and again, I hear some bizarre rules in these stories, right? I mean, we've seen them over probably what we've done. This show's been running for what, like 12 months now, pretty much every week. I mean, raid 2 hours only. Trust me, you don't want to see what happens to Team 2 after 2 hours of raiding, right? They can't handle it. I'm fucking serious, dude. We had to make a rule because after 2 hours, it starts getting a little bit crazy in there, right? They start losing the minds a little bit in that raid. So it's better for everybody if you just do 2 hours and then we call it a day, right? Before it gets too much for some of the guys that are in Team 2. It gets a little bit too much, a little bit too crazy. We just leave it alone. The entire Group 2 was benched for Group 1 past the first wing. You can all... Group 2. Welcome to Group 2. You're your own individual team. But I have to inform you that you're only allowed to clear 1 wing because you're actually the backup for our Team 1. So we can't have you saved for that. And more importantly, our Group 1 is only definitely good enough to clear the first wing. Right? We're only good enough to clear wing 1. So you can't clear more than that in case we need you. But we might start wiping after wing 1 in Team 1. So that's how it works. I fucking love this. It's so good. It was insane. Group 1 raided 6 hours a week and was stuck at normal 10-man shamans. Group 1 raids 3 times harder than Team 2. 3 times harder. Whew. They're pretty serious about their raiding. Pretty fucking serious. Let's make our own 10-man guild. Oh my god. I scanned Group 1's logs and I asked Mr. Voisey why, if he wants Group 1 to progress, did he not replace the people who were obviously shit? Why bring 3 healers if 2 of them were doing half the healing they should do? He told me that's not how this guild works. The people in Group 1 are all family. Husband and wife, if husband and wife isn't scary enough for you, this certainly will be. They're all family. Voisey is the main tank. He is the off-tank's father. Oh my god, I am never tanking with my fucking son, ever. That would be so annoying. I'm just picturing it now. He's probably a noob. I can just picture it now. Oh my god, I would rage. The tree healer is the tank's wife, and one of the DPS is her brother, etc., etc., and the list goes on. That would be the best Thanksgiving dinner ever. Everyone just talks about WoW all the time. That would be amazing. Like, just a big family dinner, just all chilling out, talking WoW. So good. But what if due to FDKP, which is family DKP, by the way, right? Which you can earn outside of game, which is also a mega bonus, right? What if, like, the son out FDKPs his dad and wins the shield, though? For science. Oh, he's guardian, isn't he? So it'd be like he's a monk, and they argue over the trinket, the agi trinket. That would be an awkward dinner, wouldn't it? Have a good day today, did you, son? Did you? Get anything nice today, did you, son? Get anything nice that should have gone to the main tank? The father of the guild? Huh? Did you? Did you get anything nice? You know, I'm only the patriarch. Only putting... Oh, you don't say, well, you can have the trinket, Dad. Thanks for this light, right? Thanks for this heat. I like this electricity that we have. That's nice, but no, can't pass a trinket to your old dad, can you? Can't pass a trinket. Nope. Meanwhile, I made a new friend through all this. A human discipline priest who went by the name of Ulcer. From a small guild that cleared SOO 10 every week, like a normal casual guild should. I complained to my friend that I didn't think I'd ever get to kill Garrosh on normal before the expansion. He said, why? Why are you staying in that awful family guild? I felt indebted to them for actually taking me in. All guilds now seem to be either be cesspool guilds or require normal SSO gear to get through Flex. I love that. Want to join Flex? Looking for last spot Flex. 560 item level. To get through their application process to do normal SOO. My friend's guild's second healer. This sounds like a family, doesn't it? My friend's guild's second healer went AWOL one week. So he said he could do me a solid and take me to normal SSO for as many bosses as we could two-heal it. I was happy that I got my Garrosh normal kill. Voisey was not. He forbade me from playing with my new friend again. Calling him a poacher. He's a poacher and lectured me on loyalty and trust. It was a conversation like I had never heard before. I was no longer allowed to raid with Group 2. That was fine with me. I just leveled another character. You are banished from Group 2 and you're not allowed to raid with your friend. Ulset whispered. He said that I was a pretty good healer, even though I had such a low item level. I managed to keep up with him. He offered me an invitation to his guild. Their second healer had burned out and told them that he was no longer going to raid. The final guild. The core of my new guild were real-life friends from the same American city. Except for me in the main tank, they made up all of the raid team. If they had a storm or bad weather, we couldn't raid. Everything went well. We planned to start heroics once I was geared up to their standards. And finally, the Tuesday came when we would switch to heroic mode. I was so eager that I got into Vent and jumped into the first channel with Ulcer and the other raiders. It turned out it wasn't the raid channel. These wonderful, friendly, helpful guildies were discussing a racist meeting they had all just come back from. Awkward! Awkward! They should have told me that it was a pretty much white supremacist guild before they invited me, as I am Asian. I am now taking a break from WoW until the new expansion. Hey guys! Oh shit! Oh my god! It's like the time when someone uses a hard N in your presence and you're still young enough to not know how to deal with it and go like, yeah, don't do that. Right? Like, you know, it happens. You'll be there if you've never been there. When someone uses a hard N in your presence and you just... And now you're old enough you can say, don't say that, you dick. That's fucked up. But when you're younger you go, oh, okay. That was weird. That was really weird. See you then, I suppose. That's weird. That's weird. Right then, that just brings the end of our lady story. I think we'll have to have another lady story. I think it's important that we have another lady story. I think it is important we have another lady story, but not today, because I'm going to go be with my son for a bit. So maybe tomorrow or something like that. I will tweet you. I will tweet you if to it, because I've got this other story and it's really good as well. It's really good as well from the ladies. Ladies' night never ends. Am I right? Am I right? No web show this weekend, but I'll probably do a stream like I've just said. At some point, maybe, maybe not. It's a fun weekend. It's family weekend. Family weekend with no web show, so we'll see what happens if there's any chill out time or anything like that. Other than that, if I don't see you or I don't stream, I promise nothing. So bear that in mind. Just check out on Twitter. Have a great weekend, guys. Do something fun. I'm going to be taking my son swimming in the morning. We're going to see Wally Walrus. Hype. You hyped for Wally Walrus? And do all that kind of daddy stuff, being a big dad over the weekend. There's also some Frost DK, Dual Wield, Two-Handed, and Unholy coming out of the weekend. And hope maybe a Druid one. Those videos have been made. I'm doing all the videos for the final WOD beta looks in alphabetical order, so you can work out when they're going to be. Easy mode. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you to the guys who sent me donations. You know who you are. Thank you very much, guys. All goes to a good cause because it doesn't get wasted on shit. Simple as that. See you later, guys. Be good.